Garden. Today we're going to cover the proper way to plant a tomato plant. I've got a nice little 4-pack, found it at a local hardware store. Now before I put it in, I'm going to talk about a few tricks and tips here. Success with tomatoes really comes down to how you set it up at the beginning. Now, a lot of people have blossom end rot, and a good cure for blossom end rot is just an over-the-counter antacid. This is basically just calcium that's in a water-soluble form. The plant will easily be able to absorb without having much difficulty. Toss one in. Now, some folks like to use things like eggs, which is actually quite brilliant. The eggshell has the calcium, and the egg inside of it itself is a nitrogen source. As soon as the roots get down to it and crack it, the egg inside is going to flow out and compost down immediately, giving a quick boost of nitrogen immediately to your plant within a couple of weeks. I myself usually don't use this particular trick because I have one of my own. My favorite trick is a couple of small fish. This is just some frozen bait left over from a fishing trip a couple of months ago. And I usually add a couple of these directly to the soil. It breaks down fast and feeds the plant for about 2 months. So now we're going to cover exactly what to do with the plant itself. First, you want to cut off any leaves building up to the last 2 at the end of the plant. This happens to have a little sucker here. I'm going to remove it and set it to the side. You'll easily be able to root that and get yourself another plant. Now, if you're planting them in pots, you need a 20-gallon or more per plant. 25 to 30 gallons, good, rich, and composted soil. Go ahead and plant it in. I've only got this pot about a little over halfway full. Oh, that's not quite deep enough. You want to set it nice and deep. All these hairs that you see on the side of a tomato plant, those will become future roots along this whole line. So by planting the entire thing as deep as possible, where only the tip is sticking out, you're going to increase the roots and therefore increase the strength of the tomato. This is why I only had it about halfway full, is because I intend on adding in and filling it up as far as I can. I've got it buried as deep as I can. This is the point where I go ahead and I add fish. Alright, you ain't letting me have another one. Want to dig down deep enough that if you have a cat or a dog, they're not going to want to dig down and get it. Put it in and cover it up. This is the correct way to plant a tomato. This makes for a much stronger plant. By having a much stronger plant, you're more likely to have a much stronger crop. Thank you very much. Have a good day.